Adeshimamba no so aboye mamu inachi emamu akwaba ediba KFM TV eso ende eye me busumi ni da etoso mienu ewa fimpinuni eduno enum emu ye mamu ina akwaba edi free eye holiday endrada ina yenyaye ewo my Ghana mre asosa no pay nsema ye boano efie my mono ye ninia ebesum se KFM TV news na no pay nsem no jumekuo bi adaroma no moboye chidoma etimi edi news ye de ebesum asida piesie enko enfama KFM musical center se ope instrument papa abawo wa sorry ana wujumedie bi ase no KFM musical center kwa ana obenya instrument papa ebomu na sign edimu ye papa pa wo ba nkramantem ha wo mo asye ye kese no ewo Accra Zongolen wa santimantem so wo mo ewo edum wo mo ni Sambra Hotel no ana ebonhwe nima no pay wo mo tonsa e de afro se bra na woni omo be ye adwuma ewo hosa enye KFM musical center kwa talent microfinance enso boye chidom ano pay papa ama ye de news ye de ebesum so opesika krabia ba kwa edimu na eso ewo my Ghana how do sika esie mo ha wo how biemba ho a wo da wasum ebedro na adwendwen bia embeto wo so no talent nkwa ana obetimi ede wo ho adom wo mantam edu insia no emu edu no talent for album homodin edu ho ansia na akaso no wo mugo so omodin hihye pa egu crime sa no pay wo betimi edu ho ede amonu nti sa wo ye ankranko edwumeko asori ana woton wadempo na mopa biaye ambesie musika wo ho no talent nkwa ana ono pay make for ede amose bra na wo ni omumbe ye edwuma na bibibia ento din enfamo dada ba tech hub enso eso yasniye papa so pay phones apapa a ne bo form ye iPhone Infinix Samsung Tecno Yam Itel batteries charger phone covers ni anu uduweni mo ewo dada ba tech hub wonsa ebetimi akabi ewo ho womo so womo butu kaneshi womo eben takwa station in chepe ho ana dada ba tech hub ewa womo chese Mother's Day ya ebe ye 11th May Mother's Day eno ti se opese wo surprise wo maame ewo kwan foforo bi so no wo pe phone edimu ye papa dia surprise wo maame no dada ba tech hub ana make am for dia mo se koho na kwaju phone na edimu na esan papa warranty das no esan esun ye papa jumekwa we adaroma ana no pay wo mo boy chidom ma ye di KFM TV news no ye de besumo na me kai wo sa no pensem no de bedimo akutine ebi ene se dom kuma wo mo ewo mrahye bedwafie eden sembi ekwa ma judge fo a wo mo the chief justice ensem se wo mo mbo ensem no fa entungu mahama Ghana mampani enso e de abetudwa wo chim se onu de galamse no obebo ne homoden ako etia ewo my Ghana enfa ho ne ohaw bia ebeba eho ye de adwadie ensem ense bebro mahama enso eden sembi abetudwa wo de kwama gihok wo mo ewo my Ghana eni de ensem ne soso ye de ebi ebebro weni ensem ene afufo piano pe yabo ano a ye de ebesumo se KFM TV news mikai wo se anopa news etwego ewo abe fontent afide no so Facebook ene YouTube KFM TV channel nti obetimi akoho na wakohwe bi no wa share na wa like na wo do adwenche no enso edi guase amai kama no pay edin ameje so ene Maame Esi Nkrumah mijina we so na amadane me ho sima aba me ba me hyensem na se edi ama
Medo benami Ghana duko do ajaple ho duko kata. Mi chonya nyi ade vena mi cho Talent Microfinance Limited gajadopa. Mi wona susu savings, adishie, school buafo, cashback, ple bubua okata. Nenyebe egajom de mi agbo la letie tomegbeko ateun aho gadodo. Kenenyebe egajom vivi la nenyebe o gahia ola atenwa ava de ogai kene hia fa.
Tanenye mi fo cho mi afa jo mu yo kenye mi afa gadodo nyawa business loan ele mi ashi church finance elemiashi, salary loan elemiashi, bubo li kenye personal loan. Nenye me foncho business loan enye gadodo ikemye nana asichalao. Nenye be washiba keke alum LSW we have talent. Mi pepe gede nwo nenye washiba LSW ne woge wo keke gede ji to talent pomo nuome. Nenye be mi foncho mi afe salary loan enye gado mo mi ke mi vuna mi afe jirudu $. Nke ga nyo heya ba talent wo pay slip pay bank statement ye kwenye wi here na koko ko salary loan le rate mi to keke akeji church financier personal loan va nenye habobo ma soli hama eji vufofo sankuo jitao o lila ashibobwe keke ake mi aflege no na no hem v choji nto jinwade vade koreka mo popo kai ganyu heya talent kuna pohe ya ole chagbagba na do tare talent bena wo gado mo wa anobo buenami akpenami
etibe ya nyafi ke talent la
talent microfinance jengo amegan shpe ape letina tejibo hotami
mi ape kapomo enya 050-129-1298 alo 050-128-9119 talent oga kwamanu panta
Talent Microfinance, your channel of wealth.
Ebusia for Yegusua Emma Kwaba Edamasi Sano Pay Muguso Etim TV ho KFM TV News Mikoso Kai will say Anopa News Echego away Abe Fontentam Fidene so Facebook any YouTube KFM TV JJ to wait me alcohol now wakoshebi no wa share no wa like now we do a join share no and so Eddie Guasie Amaye Kama Yeshensem na say Ede Amodia National Coordinator Edema District Road Improvement Program Nilante Vanderpoy Edin Sembi Abetudja eno wode Sembi Abetudja wo reject suggestions ahodwa ebetudja efa Supreme Court in sensem ehono eno ana Nilante Vanderpoy so abekasa ede afa ho a wo in some way wode kwama nkofo ahodwa womo ekeka nsemi efagana mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ehun neno ana Nilante Vanderpoy so abe reject sansem na wochi mu se no kwa bia enim enuti sansem a womo ekano womo embo entungo same way Nilante Vanderpoy wono ana wode abetudwa wo National Coordinator Edema District Road Improvement Program wo my Ghana wono anodin same way abetudwa ye ko nsem from Ediama Anopedia Administrator Edema Minerals Development Fund Dr. Hannah Louisa Bisiu wono anode sobo kwama ye friend say nephew Edema ye mampeni dada former president Ejekum Kofo John Ejekum Kofo womo chese ni nephew wono ana Hannah Louisa Bisiu abetudwa wochem se mbebi etwemu no papa ebo ne homodin de sika no sombo $10,000 bre wono Hannah Bisiu senka wonje na ni properties eni ni dibra kita ne se MDF office wono wonhwe no santina hobi mene no ana Maame Hannah Bisiu echem se sika na beka ne sa wono wanje de biada esanse bribe ana na akwai wohwe na wode abrano yenti ensembia Hannah Louisa Bisiu attitude.
Will you shake when you're speaking the truth? And Dr. Norris was seated there because it was his biggest headache. That's the rent. I said, how will you rent a place like that to government? In the first place, you, Dr. Norris, you knew and you know very well that you could have acquired a land and you could have gotten, if even is the same Pabna Kufu. He introduced himself to me as the nephew of President Kufu. So I didn't make that thing up. And I'm not alleged. And as a matter of fact, when he was 20, he doesn't know it. Let me just pause on that aspect. Okay, but you see, when he said that he's the nephew of President Kufu, and then when they heard it was me, he hit his head and said, and I'm quoting him, Jesus Christ, why you? So I asked him, why me? What have I done? And he said, now let's talk about the rent. I said, look, I don't like it. This is a rip-off. Because as we speak, there's an office by the main road, a more prime area, bigger than this place. Even now, that thing should be expensive. It's $6,500 a month. And if I were to negotiate that I want to rent whilst I look for a place, I'm not going to pay them more than 3 months. I'll not do that. I will negotiate. I'll let you understand that this is government, this is our situation, and they will understand you. In fact, I attempted it, and they understood. You understand me? So now he decided, then they said, okay, if I could stay here for 1 year. So I said, no, it will not work. It will not work. Because you cannot run government and you want me to be part and parcel.
So what's your plan now? Are you moving out?
Oh, we are moving out. Oh. We are already out. We are moving out. I gave them out to end of next month.
Ebusiafo enu ntin semwe ana Maame Hannah Louisa Bisio editu dry morning semcho for share etwetwe nkomo ye to an nsem ne so de amode adom kuma a wo mo awo mrahye bedwafe minority caucus wo mo de abetu dwa wo mo echem se petition a mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama de akoto court asem dibia se wo mo hwe na Chief Justice Maame Gertrude Tokono womo enyi no eno ana dom kuma de abetu dwa wo mo so wobodin semwe ekwa ma agegefo a ensemwe abeto omo nan so se omo hwe no omo kan asem nie papa na petition na mampani John Dramani Mahama de aban wo hwe na wo mo embo entungu yenti ensem bia dom kuma no de tu dwa emra wo mo ne ensem twofo hye etwetwenko.
Our respected judges, some of them, I am aware, we are aware that are being promised by the NDC government. Today it is Tokonu, tomorrow it may be them. They should listen and listen well. I want all this in the country to know that their institution is under attack. The NDC government is approaching you, the judges, telling you that, oh, Tokonu does not have a good interpersonal relationship. She is snobbish, she is this, she is that. But I want you to know that if they allow them to use you today, tomorrow they will come after you. Act collective. It is your institution which is under attack.
Enuntin semwe ana dom kuma a wo mo ewo mrahye bedwafie dom kuma no ba no deni onmonyam for Alexander Afenyoma Kent editu dwema wo ne nsem hia twetwe nkomo ye to ansem ne so ama o yeguso a Chief Justice Maame Gertrude Araba Tokono ne nsemi eso na dom kuma asan de abetudwa wo mo NPP amenu kro mo de abetudwa mo chem se mampeni John Dramani Mahama ni decision se wa suspend the Chief Justice wo man Ghana hanu no ade bia wo mo NPP amenu kuno mo njintum ne kasa etia esan ebu Ghana ye constitution no ebusu ye papa eno nti wo mo de sa decision no mo de atudwa no womo nti ase de bia dan semwe MPP amenu kun womo ana womo de subwe ebo mampeni John Dramani Mahama.
Therefore reiterate our call for the immediate reinstatement of the Chief Justice and the withdrawal of his unconstitutional action. The future of our republic, the confidence of our people in the judiciary, and the very soul of our democracy depends on this. Let it be known that the New Patriotic Party will fiercely and relentlessly resist any attempt to hijack our judicial system for any political gain. We urge Ghanaians across all divide to speak out and defend our constitution. We urge everyone to be part of this historic demonstration on Monday, 5th May. We must all be part of this effort. There is this sinister motive by Mr. Mahama to pack the judiciary, to seek a judicial interpretation of the Constitution, which will interpret Article 62 so that he intends to go a third term. This agenda, inshallah,
Ebusuafo no nti semwe ana NPP amenu kono enso edibetu dwa efa Chief Justice nsemi Maame Esi Nkrumah ni semi eho na yedemu konsemfu from there enche bia na wotwe we yam anna eye Ghana mampani dada abedi eche Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na wo sign etu franka ediama NPP amenu kono ewa fimpinu ni eduno en9 abatwa etu ye wo my Ghana han na ne thank you to our hyehyɛ so wo my Ghana han eno an beto dwa se eye chairman in team ebo ne homodin eyi ne ho edifri sa thank you to yi emuneno anna eye Richard Ahiagba edi abeto dwa wo chim se eye in team ne yi a wo yi ne ho free edit free thank you to am ni ane se eye demonstration a me bosum ne da etoso enum ewa fimpinu ni ediono enum no wo de be hyehyɛ so wo my Ghana efa Chief Justice nsemi ehono eno nti anema eye chairman in team wotimi yi ne ho edifri thank you to me mum enya se basa bi esi anase bibi esi wa menu konuma no nti ana oyi ne ho ade frim ni nya se me bosum ne da itoso num no ade a wo mo de demonstration a esuye papa meche oye che ebe hyehyɛ so wo my Ghana efa Chief Justice Maame Esi Nkrumah ne suspension na mampani John Dramani Mahama de amano eho yenti ensem bia Richard Ahiagba wo de todwa.
Everyone, the message is clear. There is no questions as to why this is important for us to all come on the 5th of May to demonstrate as citizens, to tell the executive that take off your hands from our judiciary. We are just at the end of it. Let's indulge me 1 second just to make this announcement. You saw a statement this afternoon about the national chairman withdrawing or taking a brief break from the tour. The only clarification we want to make is that he is taking that break to join the demonstration on the 5th. I have seen others who are spinning that negatively, but we want to be expressly clear that that break the chairman is taking is to allow him to lead us on Monday to take this demonstration and give it all the prominence and importance that it needs to send the message clear to the executive that the MPP and the other political parties will not stand for His Excellency and John Dramani Mahama and the NDC attempt to undermine the judiciary. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for coming. We appreciate your being here.
Adeshima menunti semwe ana Richard Ahiagba to dwa de mo consent fofoma anope de akopie mo ewo Supreme Court mampeni John Dramani Mahama aye nomination fofa nde nipa nson ana wa nominate omo eno enam sama afenyo markets a wo ye dom kuma no ba no deni ewo mahebedwafie de abeto ye wo chem se sa nomination fofa mampeni John Dramani Mahama aye eno so eka na agenda no eho a wono de won gisa nomination entu yete sembia dom kuma no ba no deni onmunya for Alexander Afenyo Markins editor Jawoma one in some for share
about our party or parties. It's about protecting the institutional integrity of our republic. It's about drawing a line in defense of the Constitution. And it's about telling those in power, you may have your term, but you do not own the state.
Thank you.
The framers of our Constitution understood that democracy without an independent judiciary is no democracy at all. That is why we are gathering on Monday, 5th of May, to say enough is enough. To say that the people of Ghana will not sit idly by while their courts are captured. To say that the power may change hands, but the Constitution must always stand. And to the people of Ghana, our fellow countrymen and women, we invite you to join us. This is not just about the few political parties determining to go on the streets. Of course, we are going on a peaceful demonstration. This is not Parliament's fight. It is a fight for every citizen who wants to live in a country where the law is supreme and no man, no matter how powerful, is above the law. We say that there must be an end to the division and the anger of the past. This government must tread with the greatest caution, always keeping tomorrow in mind when taking decisions today, because these decisions may shape future governance. If we continue down this path, we risk creating a culture of retaliatory politics, where successive governments are more focused on settling political scores than solving problems. Last but not the least, it is obvious that the bold attempt by Mr. President to nominate out of the blue 7 judges to the Supreme Court is the first major attempt at all that they have rehearsed, a 3rd term agenda. All that the NDC is doing, all that our president is doing.
Ebusia for yejina eye dom kumano bano deni odmonyam for Alexander Afenyoma kinsin semi so na etwa ye ho akwaja boafo nkrato abaye ba ye beto ansem ne so edi ama.
Medogbe na mi Ghana duko do ajakple ho duko kata. Mi echo nyanyi adeve na mi chota. Ateun ahoga dodo. Kenenye be egajon ga hiaola ateun ava ga ikene hiafa.
Tanenye be mi foncho mi afa jongu yo kenye mi afa ga dodo nyaola. Miashi church financing elemiashi salary loan elemiashi eye bubu li kenye personal loan nenye be mi foncho business loan enye ga dodo ikemie nana asichalao nenye be washigba keke alum eleswe we have talent mi pepegede nwo nenye washigba leswe ne woge wo keke gedeji to talent pomonu ome nenye be mi foncho mi afa salary loan enye ga do mo ikemie vuna mi afa jidudu dollar nke ga nyo heya va talent wo pay slip pay bank statement ye kwenye nwi here na koko ho salary loan le rate mi to keke akeji church financier personal loan va nenye habobo masoli hama eji vufofo sankuo jitao olila ashibobwe keke ake mi aflegeno na no hem v choji nto jinwade bare kwereka mo popo kai ganyu heya talent kuna kpohe ya ole chagbagba na do tare talent bena wo gado monwa anobo buenami akpenami
etibe ya nyafi ke talent la
talent microfinance jengo ameganshpe ape letina tejibo hotame
mi ape kapomo enya 050-129-1298 alo 050-128-9119 talent woga kwamanu kwanto
Talent Microfinance, your channel of wealth.
Yo, I'm for ene yamama kwaba edeba KFM musical shopper. Ye tosum you no. Wo free eye kumase me kom dadam ho no. Sane edeba adum no. Sabre no udu eye Sambra Junction, Sambra Hotel kwanta no so pe. Na shop no eni Sambra Hotel ene di nhwa animu. Wudi free Sambra Hotel a wo sane ediko nanka na en Hagan ho no. Ane oho ana KFM musical shop. Ye tosum you no. Ye bie no foforo. Na de e kan se emfidie papa etimiche. Dia wode ya sorry, dia wode goro agoro ahodo. Juma dia bia wode obehia eye mfidie mechira musical instrument bia no. Eye KFM ento wo se Ghana muntie Asanteman muntie eye KFM musical shop. Ana sabre ya bia no foforo mo no chan. Ewo Prempeh the second street. wofiri old Melcom down na wo sane ede kɔ adum no ane udu Sambra Hotel kwantane so na wadane onsani fa so oho ana KFM musical shop yi ewo yene Sambra Hotel ana ehwe animo ye twa abrebia
gina me say be proud and say me dwa na free Kumasi adum KFM instrument store obi bisa say bo me fo dia what to no we need see that what dey near my papa e gina wanim na what to no say yes what to no bibia kan wakoma ni nyina free KFM instrument store Kumasi adum so mi gina na me to no ma bitimi nya ho me ka fi say fi papa mu anim na mi gina no wo betro ye ko ma ya do se kana twananka kaneu ensamfu ayi
Adeshimamba ye mamu inache esan mamu akwaba no pay de ba KFM TV so mekoswa kai wo se anopa news twego ewe abe fonten tamfide ne so Facebook any YouTube KFM TV gi channel nti ubetimi akoho na wakohwe bi na wa share na wa like na wo do adwenche no enso de egu ase amai kama yeto ansem ne so de amaudia Dennis Miracle Abwaje de nsem bia betudwa wo chemu se nyankopon adum na 2028 abato ayeto ewo my Ghana ha no nkunimde etimi koma NPP amani ko na ade a wo mo won bebo mo homodin se mampani John Dramani Mahama ne appointees na free Supreme Court so ebesi Chief Justice wo mo NPP amani ko no won be yi wo mu ina e free ho nsem we Dennis Miracle Abwaje wo no anode abetudwa
emfa nti ne yenwumre yi also the judges li bi akoka Supreme Court
7
minya nkonye no 25 na ka odi nkompam mo wo nu na se nipa no waka che yen se judges na Supreme Court omo ye bias wedi kan aka ene NDC fo image omo share ye judge no any party will belong nti meti we me madwi mu no based on the NDC fo ye no me nti ase ne se judges 7 yo omo de omo be na NDC fo
that means David MPP so ba
NDC
pam sa judges 7
and the say ten komu nko ade a
mo be pam
che be pam Chief Justice bi omo de be ba no sense ne enso ye di bi ba some no ma sha ase some pen sa de mo start kra
nti MPP ba judges 7 ya nominate omo nyina ba se pam omo
na be pe kwan na se be pe kwan bi so na de pam omo so no mo so wa pe kwan bi so pam Chief Justice enti na sa wo mpese be ba sa men start wo di enti ahwe enei sa wo kasa judiciary bias perception.
Okay.
And as we speak, a perception. But from what he has done this evening by going ahead to bring some judges, 7 judges, and forcefully removing this Chief Justice, what my say, it is no longer a perception. You have come in with a premeditated mind and actually accused these judges of being biased and promised to balance the bench. And our party for a list of judges with on political colors. And I won't be able to count Matthias here. Green. And I pay you understand your more in blue and ça.
But and yet Sabone and I will chat to her because Sankrofo will know ye Article 71.
In some way, Anna Dennis Miracle Abwaje editudja a watch him se mampeni John Dramani Mahama se NPP amenu kunimde ekwomo munomo ba ne I7 appointees a wo mo ewo eyekota asem de bia no wo behwe na wo mo eyi Mwina e free so ye to ansem ne so e de mo akonsem frufoma Ghana mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama e so e de boshe kese na abeto Ghana fo ina ma watch him say eye illegal mine metwe galamsey nsem a ekoso wo man Ghana won de obebo ne homodin kwan bia wo befa so a wo be so galamsey ano e wo man Ghana han wo befa se akwan no so emfa ho ene o how ene basabasa ye de beba wo behwe na wa so galamsey ano e wo man Ghana same way Ghana mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Ode Atuja.
Presidency, I did not kid myself that when I come into office, I will win that fight in 4 months. Yet, we will not give up. Our gallant men of the armed forces and security services are up to the fight and will continue to score successes against the selfish companies and individuals who are destroying our forests and polluting our water bodies. As far as the fight against galamsey is concerned, I say aluta continua.
Yato ansem ne so de amamo akonsem fofoma endrada na ye workers day e my Ghana and adwumayefo na womoje womo ahome e my Ghana ha na no ana wodo ni kopie mu e asantemantem adwumayefo a womo ho de adehede e kwama Ghana mpanifo ne titio ene Ghana mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama se endrada workers day a womo ejo wahome kebe ya afiwe won hwe na adwumayefo na womo fair wages and salary commission womo sika womo salary ahodo a womo je my Ghana ha ne womo condition of work no won hwe na won tutu bibia enfa mom ne no ade a ebetimi aboa ma mbebia no womo so betimi enya akoma pa ene akudo de abo adwuma ye papa my Ghana ha no nti asantemantem adwumayefo a womo adwuma de ma ban no womo atwem senkebe ya ban hwe na wongina workers day celebration so na makoma so ade bia womo de ato nanim no won hwe na wonye nenia enfa mom no nti semwe ana free asantemantem a ye de brem wosansem na emunum ana mampeni John Dramani Mahama enso de tubia wono so de semwe kwa medwumayefo a womo so mo my Ghana semprepi na so mo ye adwuma na ye mpenifo a womo de dom ano no womo enhye dambo mo homode enye adwuma ne ye na noma bia wo se womo timi de gu kwan mo ma adwuma no etimi di mu no womo enye saade na wo se womo timi report sankofo ni nya de ma mampeni ene mpenifo a womo my Ghana se ne betimi aboa no mo soso mo hu kwan on befa so a womo de mpenifo we befa so nti mampeni John Dramani Maham nsem a wode ekọ de amadwumayefo a womo my Ghana ha se ebeboa na adwuma a wo my Ghana ha ninam betimi akoso de aman nti nsem we ana Ghana mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enso de abetidwa wode ekọ amadwumayefo a womo my emu yedemo to aso akonsem from dia Minister for Communication and Digitalization on monyam for Sam na te George enso ede abetudwa wo chim sesisi ade wono de wo bebone humodin abo adwuma ye papa wo my Ghana ha wo mode gwawe initiative a eba ebeboa ama mbebunu dodo na wo my Ghana ha wo edwunya adwuma aya wo chim se 100,000 Ghanaian youth ana wo hwe nim se sa skills we ebetime ebie kwan ede amom na adwuma no nipa dodo na enye bi semwe Minister for Communication and Digitalization Sam na te George wono anode abetuja
1 million codes. Yes. And I said to you that I want you to train 100,000 out of my 1 million over the next 4 years. Today, I'm here and I see you have a plan to train 25,000 every year, starting from this year for the next 4 years. So you will train 100,000. From the President of Ghana and the people of Ghana to Huawei, I want to say thank you very much. It means a lot to the ministry and the presidency that we can count on you as a reliable partner, knowing that every year, and 2 weeks ago I had a meeting with the vice chancellors across the country on 1 million codes. Now I can go back to them and say, okay, I'm picking maybe the top 5 public universities and saying to them that in each of these universities, they should give me students in their computer science departments, and then they will do the university leg of the Huawei certification program. In what you did, I also saw that you are giving the opportunity for me to take 10 people to China to be trained. Every year, and so that's fantastic. I would want to see if we can play around with that one and maybe make it 16 people every year, so that I could pick one from every region. You understand? I have 16 regions now in the country, so that every region, I can say, every region, give me one person to go. So that when the president goes round the country, at the end of the 4 years, when he's saying bye-bye to Ghana, in every region there will be 4 people who would have gone and learned a critical skill from China, from Huawei, who would have started some kind of work in every region. And so I'm grateful for the 10, but let's see if we can work around it to make it 1 in every region, so that they don't accuse the minister that, oh, you pick from this region. Because again, the purpose of 1 million coders is not to have everything in Accra. It's to be able to have this opportunity spread out across the whole country. But I'm extremely grateful to you, Tommy, and Julia, and Ian, and the entire team for the kind of support Huawei has shown. I will inform the president, and we won't end it here. We will invite you officially to the ministry for us to do a proper signing of this arrangement for the media, so that the country knows what you're doing, so that when people hear about China and Ghana, it's not only Galamsey. They also know that we are doing a very good job in technology, you know, and we would arrange it, possibly have 1 million coders. Yes. And I said to you that I want you to train 100,000 out of my 1 million over the next 4 years. Today, I'm here and I see you have a plan to train 25,000 every year, starting from this year for the next 4 years. So you will train 100,000. From the president of Ghana and the people of Ghana to Huawei, I want to say thank you very much. It means a lot to the ministry and the presidency that we can count on you as a reliable partner, knowing that every year, and 2 weeks ago I had a meeting with the vice chancellors across the country on 1 million coders. Now I can go back to them and say, okay, I'm picking maybe the top 5 public universities and saying to them that in each of these universities, they should give me students in their computer science departments, and then they will do the university leg of the Huawei certification program. In what you did, I also saw that you are giving the opportunity for me to take 10 people to China to be trained every year. And so that's fantastic.
Same way, Anna Minister for Communication and Digitalization, Sam Nate George, the two dra was I to answer so the more acquaintance from na what you am and a video be a better abe for intent and fidence and near Maame be a kidnappers and Sassoni Monday, yaw dear Mudi be FMU papa or more HH no any padodo na video no and a chego with TV no as we say now more Maame and dear now much as a car no some esuye papa ana wo mode demande de free nebusuafo eho na video etwagu ye papa ni padodo na ana sa kidnappers we ensa esomumu esane no ana endedwe abetodwa se Ghana posifo Ghana Inspector General ana Nigeria Inspector General ana omuye nkaboma wo mo ehwe ekun sade we asese ade abetodwa se nipa bonfo a wo mo tai sade we echi no sese ade ensa asomumu a wo mo hwa pepeyo etimi akoso ewo asemi emusa ensoso ana mo chese sankofo a kidnap omu ina no sesi ade wo mo a wo mo ho antochima wo ho ye no ye jai wo mo so a efa sa kidnapping so ama wo mo eka adwane fi wo mo nipeduem a wo mo eprepa no wo mo guso a egu ayaresabia wo mo je ayarehwe ewo ho se no nti semwe ana abetoja sesi ade wo mo echem se kidnappers ensa etimi asom penifo a wo mo taye twe a wo mo di sa adwumei ewo Nigeria man mo ensa asom mo guso a wo mo hwehwemu ye papa de afa ye gina nsem we so na etwa ye ho sima abaye ba ye de moko edwadi nsem emu. Adeshimamba ye demo eko ejwadi nsemu dia Ghana mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama de abetudwa wochem sesese ade obebone human obebone humodin ama public sector wo my Ghana ha obehemu kinaye papa wochem se eye wo hye Ghana fo ina abose Electricity Company of Ghana ECG nya ade a wo mo ebesisa na se transfer bia beba mu de biara de san sesese a wono mampeni John Dramani Mahama be ekwan bia obefa so a wo behwe ama Ghana ye nyina mekane ahonsem no ejina ne nan so no wo bebo ne humodin ahwe ni nia edi amaye enu nti wo beboa ama Ghana ye nyina mekane ahonsem no etimi ejina ne nan so na public sectors no so wa hyemu kina ye pansem we mampeni John Dramani Mahama wo no ana ode abetudwa.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ECG has been brought to its knees by a culture of poor governance over the last 8 years, with a debt of 68 billion Ghana cedis and rising. If we do not do something drastic, our whole power sector will collapse. We can only bring down power tariffs if we improve efficiency in the distribution of power. Let me assure you, that is not my intention to privatize the ECG as an institution. Our intention is for a public-private collaboration to inject efficiency into our downstream electricity distribution system. And I must say, it will not be the first time it's been done before. When I was president, in the free zones, a private company, Enclave Power, was given the rights of metering and billing in the free zones. Electricity company provided them with bulk supply of power. They paid the electricity company, and until today they still pay electricity company monthly on time every power electricity company produces to them. And their billing and collection in the free zones enclave is 99% of revenue.
Adeshimamba semwe ana Ghana mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to dwa ehosa yeto ansem ne so ewedwede mu ama odia eye Bank of Ghana wo mo Governor Dr. Johnson Esiama wono so abetudwa wode bohye ekwama Ghana fo ina se eye record international reserve no enya de a wo mo de ombebo mo homoden ahwe ama ne gini ye papa se ne be ya Ghana isikasem no ebetimi ejina so na edwede ensem ne so ebeko nenim ama ensemwe Bank of Ghana, womo Governor Dr. Johnson Esiama wono anoditu eja.
Projected cash flow, when it comes to the foreign exchange demands going forward. So we have a good idea of payments that will have to be made, probably 2 years from now. So we project all these. We don't just wait until there's a demand before we act. So we have it all figured out, and we think that the current levels of the reserves we have should be able to carry us through. Through at least a couple of years, coming ahead. And also remember the fund program brings about its own dividends, because now there's renewed confidence in the economy. You can see lots more of, foreign investors coming in. People are now asking about bonds once again. That is exciting. Inflows will pick up, and then you'll see it in terms of,
And when in same way Bank of Ghana womo Governor Dr. Johnson Esiama wono anode to dwemara woni nsem twofo hia etwetwe nkomo yegusua ewo edwade nsem ne Ghana mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enso edi abetudwa wodi nsem we ekwama gehok fa wochem se Ghana eba no man Ghana ha nipa ewe ho a wonom nsa na nigi so onom nsa se ne ewe ho na ewe anho na nigi o ne ni anjo nsa no eyade bia Ghana fododo na ana enom ewo man Ghana nti wonti ase abribia no gehok fo echemu se omodeka ende ka we da ho chine ka we da wochem se wontimi nton nsa ewo man Ghana ha enka se waboka anase ka bi eda wanim da bi nsem we Ghana mampeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no ditudwa wode kwama gehok fa womo ewo my Ghana.
Comrades and friends, many of you work in state-owned enterprises that have been atrociously managed over the last 8 years. I urge you not to keep quiet. When management is driving your enterprise into ruin, you are always the first to be affected by job losses when these institutions collapse. Your enterprise where you work belongs to you. They guarantee you lifelong employment, and so you must protect those enterprises. When things are going wrong, do not be afraid to say so. And as president, I will back and support you to set things right. Today we celebrate the sacrifices of workers in Ghana and around the globe. And we had a conference with SIGA, and we're giving the debt position of state-owned enterprises. And almost all of them are in debt. Even companies like Gihog Distilleries, where when I was president, they used to pay a little dividend to government. Today, they also owe. The question I asked is, how can you sell alcohol and be in debt? When Ghanaians are happy, we drink alcohol. When we are sad, we drink. When we are not happy, we are not sad, we drink. So how can you sell alcohol and lose? And so we're charging the management of state-owned enterprises and the workers. Let us work together to make sure that we make these institutions viable. Because those
Additional Bansem and Ghana man penny His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edit to Jawachim say one day on Tia say Ubeton sa na wasan aboka ewo my Ghana ejina ni seme so na yadane hosima ba eba ye de moko eni jedi ensem em. Ebusia for ye demo ekwa ni jedi ensem dia endrada ana mo launch Black Stars Experience ewa Independence Square no dia Ghana man penny His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebon homodin ekopie mu ewo dwumedie na senne asade odibigu kwan mu ye papa mra performance ene ahodo ekoso ewo dwumedie no ase no yenhwe mra man penny John Dramani Mahama etwa ne na se ewo Black Stars Experience launch no ase.
Oshebowa, Ozido, Ondato, Wadada, Oshebowa, Ozido, Mahama, Wadada, Ilavi, Wezido, Wendato, Wadada, Latin tax, Wedido, Wendato, Wadada, Black Star Experience, Wendato, Wadada, Golano, Ebafom, 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 Momra, why you be hey, okay, free Fitiasiano, Yaminus ma wakina, Yan, amen, Washabo, Ozido, Onatra, Wadada, Washabo, Tati, Yaminasa, hey, I've been wearing, Yamini Washabo, I've been wearing.
Ebusia for no nti dwumedie we ana so ewo Independence Square Black Stars Experience launch no ase no Mampeni John Dramani Mahama etwa ne nasi ye papa Ghana nyumtuni a eba ne gospel nyumto wo my Ghana ha wo bone homodi wo nasi so the performance ahodo na egu kwan mo ewo ho ye gina nsem we so na anopa news ne yedninia aba na wie ye na no pensem no de di mo akotine ebia ne se dom kuma a wo mo ewo mrahye bedwafie de abetu studio amode kwama eye ajejes for wo modi ma me get you toko no nsemi se wo mo bon nsem bia mampeni e de bebo mo na ase no embo ntungu sa enso so ana mampeni John Dramani Mahama enso de bo shekese kwama Ghana fo ina se won de wo bebo ne homoden akon etia galamse e wo man Ghana ha ye de adwade nsem enso bro mampeni John Dramani Mahama echim se won ti ase de bia da se gi hop pompempi na nipa dodo na eton san emu so wo mo san edeka ewo mo ye de ni je de nsem enso edeka ho ema Black Stars experience no endrada ana wo mo launch ye ewo Independence Square eye edutwem ye papa weni nsem ene afufro p ano pay boano a yede ebesumo se KFM TV News asida kese en confirm talent microfinance se we ankranko adwumeko asori na wo pe baby edu sika esiem na wo da obeda wasum ebedwo no talent microfinance nkwa ana mekan for edi amomantam du ensia no emu edu no talent for abom homodin edu hansia na aka no wo mo eguso amodin hihye pa egu kwam se wo betimi edu ho edi amanunti anope ko na only talent for enkodi juma elhosa KFM Musical Center and so esse se open instrument papa abo ewo wa sorry ana odwumedie bi ase woda obeda obebo amana ye ode ye papa dia talent my KFM Musical Center oban kramantem hase wo mo ewa Accra Zongo Lane wo Asante Mantem enso so wo mo ewedum wo mo ne Sambra Hotel no ene bonhwenim se wo pe speaker microphone guitar ni nyano wodwoni etwemo ewo ho a wonsa ebetimi aka bi dada ba tech hub enso eton phones ene ho akade se wo pe Infinix iPhone Tecno Samsung Yam Itel ni nyano wodwoni twemo dada ba tech hub wonsa ebeka ni na ebi ewo ho anopen dwumeko we ana wo mo etimi boy chidoma di KFM TV News no ye de ebesumo asida kese enkoma wa bibia otifia wodu efidie no eto ha ehweye abibia na yeda mu nyina se ye besan ada production team ni na se so mo so utimi boy ma KFM TV News ye de ebro anopei edin ameje so ene Maame Esi Nkrumah yakramuna